What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we are back with the crazies of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We back with the jump off, y'all. Let's just get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming with a force. Yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on.
So, y'all, we are back with Love and Marriage Huntsville. It done came back. Season 6, episode 16. Innocent until proven Keke. Okay, so here's the deal. It looks like what we're trying to do this season is throw down on Keke. I don't understand why everybody got to be coming after Keke now, but I'm going to tell y'all a thing or two about what I had heard just a while ago about this whole Crime Stoppers thing. I feel like the Scotts are going to do anything in their power to make sure that nobody finds out about their finances, the infidelity, and all the foolishness that's going on in their relationships. I'm going to say, in my opinion, allegedly, okay? I remember watching a video by Anthony Lofty's. This was a couple of months ago when this whole Crime Stoppers thing first came out. And Keke, to my memory, this is just in my opinion because I don't know if this is true or not. So I'm telling y'all this. So this is going to dead this whole Crime Stoppers BS, okay? Anthony Lofty's did a video, and I believe he interviewed Keke, where Keke couldn't say very much, but there was an alluded to thought that Marceau apparently he used to work at Home Depot, right? So he has an affiliation with Home Depot. So people are saying allegedly that Marceau is a part of this whole video situation with Keke, trying to make her look bad. And they're really diving into this whole Keke being on, addicted to whatever again as their storyline that they're going to ride with, because they don't really want anybody asking them questions about what's really going on as to why they done moved into this rental property, why their house ain't being built yet, why their finances have taken such a huge turn, and why all of a sudden you want to be asking people for money at the Black Expo at the last minute. Basically, y'all are living a lie on TV, and you're trying to hide behind Keke. So Keke has said that on that day, for when they're saying that this incident happened, allegedly, she wasn't even in Home Depot. That's old footage of Keke in Home Depot. And I don't even think her child was even with her. That's why she seemed to be walking out the door alone. So yes, that's Keke in the video, but that's not Keke. It's a totally different person from what Crime Stoppers put on TV. And actually in and this is, I'm going to continue. Let me put up the banner, y'all. Let me put up the banner. In my opinion, allegedly, from what I heard, okay, Keke is in litigation with the Crime Stoppers or the news station because they misput the information out there. It was not correct. They put her picture out there and all of that, and it wasn't even her. Okay, so I believe that's why she's in litigation for court. Again, this is all alleged in my opinion. I feel like I had heard this. I don't know if it's true. Okay, I'm going to keep saying that. I watched a video. I cannot tell y'all which video it was. I can't remember because, the content creators, they be creating, child. They be going, and I ain't going back and watching it. But I remember this being all not a thing. It's not real. Keke wasn't in the Home Depot. She didn't steal the stuff, allegedly. Okay. And she's apparently suing somebody because they lied up on her. Okay. And Home Depot, I don't know why they got involved in this. The people's is saying allegedly that Marceau called in some favors because he used to be working there. Okay. Keke was doing some renovations at her house. So she was going to Home Depot a lot. So there make that would be reasonable why it would be easy for them to get her face off of the footage, right? Because she's constantly going to Home Depot because they had just moved into a new house. Okay. So that's that, y'all. All right. I'm gonna tell y'all about that because they're gonna go. I feel like this whole season is gonna be wrapped around this video that isn't really true. And do y'all notice how at the end they try to say, oh, and Keke has not been prosecuted, and this is we're still it's still not said that this is truly her that did this. You know, it's interesting how y'all can do that, but you can't put up a blurb about y'all not participating in, any type of DA, you know what I mean, when it comes to Martell and Melody. You can't put up a blurb about how y'all don't agree with or y'all are not involved in the fact that he's trying to take her children away from her, or the fact that he's got videos, he trying to put videos out there allegedly of her doing some deeds to him, but lie and say it was somebody else. Y'all can't put a blurb up after the show go off for that. But you can put a blurb up at the end of the show about Keke. You know what? Y'all full of shish. That's what y'all are. You're full of shish, Carlos. You ain't your team, okay? But you got Mel presenting awards to you though. Y'all really y'all plays a lot of games on this show. Simply Beautiful. What's up, Simply Beautiful? Simply Beautiful says Tiffany got on my nerves. She's so worried about Keke, but she and her husband are very chummy with a man who threatened, plotted revenge P on his ex-wife. What about your brand, sis? Right. Exactly. Why on earth would that be something that you're worried about? Keke don't have nothing to do with whatever you doing over there with your speaking engagements. You riding around on the airplane every week to go and do all this, that, and the third, whatever you're doing, helping different businesses sell their products. Most people don't even know what damn Tiffany does. So you ain't got to worry about that. You don't have to worry. Okay, girl, stop. Okay. Miss B says Crime Stoppers will have to run me that check. And will, okay, and would. Trust and believe. I believe Keke getting a coin up out of this, in my opinion, allegedly. I saw that too, that they said the wrong video was put out and it was not her. Yeah, so thank you. I'm glad that somebody know I'm not tripping. I'm glad I'm not tripping because I did see that. So I feel like they about to run this into the ground the whole season, and we're gonna have to sit through this foolishness when in reality it's not real, it's not true, and somebody on the back of the end of the scene is trying to make Keke look bad. And I believe Marceau and Tisha is all up in that, okay, in my opinion. Liddell Baisley says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you bees? Dean S says, hey, Shay Renee, I saw that video of AL too. Keke says she did not do the crime. I remember her saying exactly what you just said about the wrong video being associated with a crime. Exactly. Exactly. So a lot of people probably don't remember that. I'm glad y'all do. But that's the case with that there. Okay. So I hope they hurry up and go on and say that, because ain't nobody got time to be watching 10 episodes of them trying to go through the Crime Stoppers BS with Keke. Okay. So y'all, the episode starts off where Tiffany comes on the scene with the gangster lean ooh ooh with the baby Ace in tow, okay, on the tay, all right, getting sustenance and things. And Mel comes over, and she is apparently the first person to be able to grace the presence of baby Ace, okay. So then Tiffany starts to go into this conversation like we talked about with my girl Simply Beautiful and Miss B earlier, where we were saying that Tiffany worrying about her brand, okay. Again, Tiffany, a lot of people are not even very clear about what you do unless they go on your Instagram page. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what your deal is, but you trying to. I feel like she was trying to rope Mel into some BS right away, and Mel gave a quick smirk when Tiffany said, aren't you worried about your brand? Being associated with this, because it's like we're all like associated with her, and it's like one bad apple can sour the bunch kind of thing. Kind of what do you think, Mel? Mel was like, girl, you can't believe everything you see up on the TV, okay? You can't believe everything that you see. But you know, I'm gonna go over to Miss Keke's house and I'm gonna check up on her. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't believe everything I see until I talks to somebody. You know, Mel is basically like, girl, you ain't about to wrap me into your BS and your drama of it all. Okay. I know you trying to hold on to your clutches of your spot on this show, but what you not gonna do is use me in the midst of your BSery, okay? To have me pit me against nobody. I got some my own problems to deal with. You can sit over here and create your own drama with people. I'm not going to dive deep into the pool with you, Tiffany. I'm not. I'm going to take my toe, my big toe up out the pond of bullshit. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. But your baby cute though. Your baby cute. You said you want to have a reveal of the baby. Let's talk about that. So Mel skips to Malou on to the next topic, and they talk about baby Ace and doing a reveal and all the things. Okay. Um, then she does like a quick video of her inviting everybody over to breakfast at Tiffany's to meet baby Ace. And Mel says, listen, we're going to do a one shot and that's it. Okay. Because I'm not about to be, I really don't want to be here right now. I just came over here to do my work, and I'm going to get on up out of here because I got some 7th Avenue packages to put together. So I'm going to go ahead and record you real quick for a little 30 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and head on about. All right. So don't you mess this up. Okay. So Mel records her and she heads on out of there. Okay. So moving on. All right. Moving on. Courtney goes to the Black Lounge because he says, you know what? You can be rough and tough in your imaginary Afro puffs, Marceau, but you won't do it. What you won't do is do it with my wife. That's what you're not going to do. So he walks up in the place of disgrace, okay? And Marceau is sitting there. He's like, so how did the black, he get right in, Courtney get right on into it because he don't got time to play with nobody, okay? He ain't got time to play with you and your hips and your booty. Your dented booty, Marceau. He ain't got time. All right. I need the person that has their name on here as hips. And what's the thing that Melody said about Marceau? Somebody has their name called that on here, but that's just a side note. I think that's hilarious every time I see it. But moving on. He asked Marceau, he's like, so how was the expo? Marceau was like, yeah, it was really good. We had a good turnout and things, it was great. And he says, all right, cool, let's cut the bullshit. What's that stuff you was talking about with my wife? Were you asking her about $100 or something like that? Because you ain't have nothing, no paperwork. You ain't have nothing asking us for no daggone $100 before this. We done had plenty of meetings before this, and ain't nobody asked me about no $100. If you asked me about the $100 before then, I done went on and gave you the $100. You see, but if you're broke and stuff, you can go ahead and let me know that. I can give you $100 right now. Like I don't get it. What's going on? Seem like you always trying to be coming after the women and things. And Marceau says, well, it seems like the only people that had a problem with me asking for the $100 is the millionaires. Marceau really thought he ate throughout this entire conversation. He is such a smart ass. Like, he really tries to act like he's that guy. Like, he's funny and he says all the things that are so entertaining and interesting. But really, all you did was make it where Courtney really wanted to slap the taste out of your mouth. Okay? He was going to slap all the taste of any cigar you ever had in that lounge out of the back of your throat. Okay? That's what Courtney was about to do. Because Courtney was like, you know what? Listen, you should have just had Tisha come over there and talk to Stormy or whatever, and they could have hashed it out. It's no need for you to be coming and talking to my wife about anything. Seem like you just be trying to get in women's business. Anything for you to try to get in women's business, you ready to do it. Like, what's your problem? And he's like, I think Marceau was like, I think you're just being a little too sensitive. He's like, well, I don't know about you, but I don't let nobody talk to my wife like that. And if you think that that's okay, there's something wrong with you. Like, seriously. And he's like, you're just really being sensitive. And he was like, yeah, but you a fool. Ain't nobody ever gonna talk to my wife crazy. That's basically what Courtney was telling him. So then he they go on, and he says that they're basically blowing this out of proportion. And Courtney says, all you need to do is apologize. You can just apologize to my wife and everything will be cool. And Marceau says, well, I think the apologies actually need to come this way. You know, she can apologize to me and I'll take it with open arms. And Courtney was like, I know you lying. I know you lying. And Marceau was like, and furthermore, I can't believe the person that actually sells women's hair care products to women is having an issue with me about, you know, women's business. Like your whole business is based around women. Womp womp. Marcel, you really thought you ate with that. You really did. You thought you had a 3-piece red beans and rice chicken dinner. You thought you had them. You thought you had the crowd slapping knees off of that one. You thought it was real funny, and it wasn't. It was very flat, just as flat as your top, just as flat as your bank account, just as flat as your reads. You're flat, okay? Flat. Flat as Tisha's before you got the BBL. Okay? Flat. Flat app. Okay? It fell real flat. You really tried it. And Courtney looked at you and said, man, I'm dealing with millions. I ain't got time to be worrying about this little $100. You know what I'm saying? You know what? You know what, sweetie? Here you go. Here's $100 for your trouble, for the water. Okay? And you bet not give him none of it. This for you. So he gives the bartender $100. And he's like, man, I ain't got to worry about that. I got millions to be worrying about. I ain't got time to be worrying about this little $100. Don't say nothing else to my wife. How about that? And Courtney walks on about the place to be. Child. Marceau sat there looking like Boo Boo, the goddamn fool. Okay, egg all over his face. You really thought you ate with that little comment about him selling hair care products. Mofo, them hair care products is the same products that has them rich. Okay, them hair care products people will always use because people with hair on their head always gonna need a product to put up on it. Okay, especially a good product. So you isn't this the same product that your wife is over here relabeling for your daughters? So technically, you are part of the hair care business too, my ninja. While you over here talking smack, sir, knock it off. Knock it off. Because your wife is and daughters is definitely over here selling shampoo and conditioner too. So y'all about be in the same boat. He just making more money off of it than you at this time. Moving the hell on, Marceau, because you lost me. Here we go. The next scene. Kimmy goes over to Tisha's rental, child. Her little closet that she living in, okay, for who God knows how long. Now the streets is saying, okay, that Tisha and them is living up on in the rentals and things because they had to get rid of some assets because they is getting sued allegedly all around the town. Okay, y'all out here trying to pretend like y'all got it and you ain't got it, and you don't know it, and you're not gonna have it after all of this. Whatever you could dream that you were going to make, you won't, because you're being fake. You moved out of your house. You ain't never going to build never land, and you're going to be living in this rental for quite some time. Somebody they also done said that they done moved back into the house, the little house on the prairie that they had last season. Child, I don't know what's true with Marceau and damn Tisha. They so busy trying to hide behind every damn body else and lying about their finances. We don't know what's going on with them. But I do know one thing. In my opinion, they gonna try to hold on to this show for dear life because this is about the only check that's clearing that's coming to them. If ain't nobody snatching that from them before they can cash it, okay? But moving on. Kimmy is over there at the rental property. And so Tisha is like, oh, it's mimosa. It's World Mimosa Day. We're going to have some mimosas. I'm like, okay. And Kimmy is like, girl, what? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay. So she walks in the house and they play a little video of the kids coming in the house. And they are picking their rooms and whatnot. And Tisha really does look upset. She looks like, I can't believe that this is my life. I can't believe that I'm moving in here. Like, it's so much going on with them damn Scots that they're not going to talk about. It's crazy. Like, apparently they have a whole situation with a barber shop and some guy allegedly that they owe money to. They've been saying they're going to do these projects and not doing the work for the project. Child, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And they are, if this stuff is true that's being put out there about them, This is some shisty stuff, and they need to stop. But moving on, let me carry on to the things. So Kimmy talks about being tired after all of her treatments with the cancer, and that, she's done with all of the treatments for now, but she still gets a little tired. But now she just has a lot of doctor's appointments to make sure that everything is going the way that it needed to go as far as her treatments. So, and that her body is responding well. So they talk about the lunch that they had with Tisha and Tiffany. So I feel like they're going to try to play up the issues with Tiffany and Tisha more than Stormy. Now, I didn't really think that Tiffany and Tisha really had a problem. Like, Tiffany was just like, oh, I just wanted to participate more. Why didn't you guys ask me if I could feature my business, or I could have done some speaking for you? That didn't really give me that they really had a whole bunch of issues. So I feel like Carlos King and his team are trying to push the drama more towards Tisha and Tiffany versus Stormy and Tisha, which was obvious what it was. Like, Stormy and Tisha were the ones that were going back and forth because Marceau was being disrespectful and talking shit. So why are we trying to make Tiffany and Tisha a thing? I don't get it. I really didn't see that angle of where they're going with this. But anyway, Tisha begins to say how Stormy, she had her issue with Stormy, and Stormy kind of got on her nerves, how she was trying to go back and forth with her over the whole situation with Marceau, and she's just tired of these girls and this, that, and the third. So Kimmy was like, so aren't you, Tiffany did invite you to baby Ace's reveal or whatever. That's an olive branch, right? And Tisha was like, oh, I didn't know she invited me to that. She says, oh, well, I'm just going to pray about it. I don't know if God is ready for me to be around these people again. Girl, if you don't stop copying Mel's everything. They just played that in the damn intro when Mel said that to your raggedy, dumpy looking ass, where she was like, I don't know if God says it's time for me to be around and be, doing events with you guys again. It's just not, I don't know if I'm ready to be doing that yet. I got to pray on it. But now you want to say it and use it for your own situation. You can't even come up with your own one-liners, Tisha. Like, it's just really getting old. It's really, really getting old. Okay. Now she don't want to be around the group. She needs to separate herself. You gotta stop doing everything Mel does. Like, seriously. It doesn't work for you. You need to be around the group. Okay, you need to be in every scene that you can be in, so you can be on this camera and make some coins. Because what people is saying is going on with y'all and y'all finances, you need to be doing whatever you can to make a coin, so you can pay them people. Pay them people. Okay, that's what y'all need to do. So moving on, in the next scene, we see Chris Fletcher over here with broke tail, bum tail, beat it tail, get off my TV tail. Okay, he's over here being the scammer that he is. Okay, basically up in somebody's house trying to stay there, and they trying to sell the house. So Chris Fletcher comes over. Okay, and Martell is in there squatting, and he tells Chris to take his shoes off. Okay, he's like, take your shoes off. Isn't that what you do as a realtor? You take your shoes off when you come in people's house. Well, Martell, you still have on those crummy loafers that you always wear, and you're walking around the house in them. Why isn't it okay for Chris to have on his shoes? He just say stuff that's just like, why are you talking? Why are you talking? What are you saying? There's nothing coming out of this. So they sit down and talk. And Chris tells Martell, he's like, me and my wife aren't happy about how you subpoenaed us to go to court. And, we don't like that you trying to make it seem like we're on your side. By you doing that, it made it seem like we agreed with the stuff that you're doing and that we're on your side. And Martell was like, well, no, I hate that you guys feel that way. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you did that to try to make it seem like they were on your side. That's exactly what you did. And they not having it. They're not with it. He's like, all I am is doing is trying to get the truth out there. Okay? Just trying to get the truth out there. Even if it's against me, you say that. You come up there and you tell the truth. Martell, the truth ain't in you. Okay? You wanted them to come up there and lie for you. That's exactly what you wanted them to do. You wanted them to come up there and be like, oh yeah, she did cheat on him. And she just as grimy as him. And she a terrible mom. Blah, blah, blah. That's what you wanted them to do. And it wasn't going to work. I don't know why you ever thought that they would do something like that. You are a grimy, low down piece of trash. That's what you are. And you trying to pull other people into your bullshit. And that is just treacherous and tragic. And I just feel real bad for those children that they have to they are constantly being used as pawns in your BS. Nobody should ever use their children the way that this man does. It's very sad. Then you over here at LA Fitness and any gym in Huntsville hanging out with Bended Booty, aka Ariane Curry. You over here hanging out with her and she on the gram stunting when she need to be selling a damn sweatsuit or two. That's what she needs to be doing so she can get some money and stop diving in your pockets and living off of you for the rest of her life. It's just a sad situation going on over there. So you basically are evicted at this point, Martell, because Chris tells him, listen, I don't appreciate you putting us in the middle of this. And also, you need to get the hell up on out of here because the owners of this house is under contract, okay? You've been squatting for entirely too long. You've had 8 months to get your ass up out of here, okay? And Martell is like, listen, I need another 90 days, as my friend, okay? As my friend, I need some more time, okay? What have you been doing all this time, sir? And let me say this. You talking about it's hard to find somewhere to live. Why can't you buy a house? You got $100,000 to give somebody for a suit line, apparently last season. You sitting down having meetings pretending like you doing business with people, and you getting this suit line and you got to give him $100,000 and you going and getting in fashion shows and things with no fashions. But you can't afford to go get you a place for you and your children? How that work? Then you sitting up here blaming it on everything is everybody else's fault but Martell's. You really look like a clown, sir. You are a huge clown. It's everybody else's fault that you can't pull yourself up by the bootstraps. And you constantly putting a boot heel in it in your bullshit. He's telling Chris, well, so it's your fault that I'm going to have to go and be in a hotel with my children. But you don't even have a place to live. And you're trying to take these kids away from their mama. That has a very well-established place that's well decorated, by the way. And they all got their own rooms, living their best life. But you wanted to take your dusty, rusty, dirty ass to court and prove that you are the most fit to have these kids 24/7. Get the out of here. This man is a clown. And Barnum and Bailey won't even hire him. You a clown. I cannot. And Chris is tired of him. Chris is like, listen, you got 2 weeks to get the come on out of here. Okay, I don't want to hear no more of this woe is me, cry me a river, dick face stuff that you talking. Get yourself out of here in 2 weeks, sir. Peace out. I ain't got time. So moving on. Maurice and Kimmy, y'all. I don't even want to talk about this section too long. Maurice and Kimmy, I don't even want to see it no more. I'm going to tell you why. Kimmy, you know what? We're going to go there. Kimmy, I don't give a damn anymore. I don't. I'm glad that you are healthy. I pray to the good Lord that you continue to be healthy on your journey. Okay? I don't wish anything that you've gone through on anybody. Even Maurice. I don't wish him on you. But you continue to deal with his bullshit. Kimmy told this Casper looking motherfucker that the medication is what's keeping her libido low. She even talked about a yoni egg. Y'all know about the, if you know anything about yoni eggs are supposed to help increase your, desire. It tightens the area because you're constantly holding, down the area to keep it together, to keep the egg, up in there or whatever. She talking about all this, that, and the third to try to figure out how she can please fucking Casper. And he says he opens his dirty, crusty mouth to say, "Oh, that's just all in your head." She says, "Well, is it all in your head when your gets hard?" He's like, "Yeah, well, it's mental and then it becomes physical." He's like, "Yeah, it's all mental. Like, if you just think about it, like, if you think better, if you like think you're horny or whatever, if you think you want to do it, it's going to happen. I just know that. Like, you haven't said anything scientifically that, that's not the case." She said, "This is in a medical book, you big dummy. I'm not making this shit up. First of all, this broad has gone through cancer. That is she has, her life has been flashing before her eyes within the last year and a half. And you gonna sit your dumpy, raggedy, ugly motherfucking ass on this TV and tell her that the reason why she don't want to fuck you is because it's in her head? You got me fucked up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I almost threw my remote at the TV when I saw that. Kimmy, I don't feel sorry for you with Maurice anymore because you sit here and let this dumb, raggedy, bitch ass nigga talk to you like this. There will be no way that on camera I would be able to be calm. I'd be like, "Well, bitch, I ain't never fucking you. How about that? You know what? Get you a pocket pussy because you won't be getting in mine. I don't want to fuck you. The medication ain't allowing me to fuck you, and my brain don't want me to fuck you because you act like this. You're trash and you're not supportive. You could be looking over her grave at this point. That's what you could be doing. But you worried about how many times you can stuff your sausage in her hot pocket. What the y'all, that whole scene entirely pissed me off. I'm not going to get emotional. I just lost a friend to cancer. My friend was battling through this for the last 4 years. I never talked about it, but my friend's wife. She had breast cancer. She survived it. It went. We thought it was gone. We celebrated her. Then she had brain cancer. We thought it was gone. It came back aggressively, and it ate her body alive. Okay. She has 2 small children that she leaves behind with her husband. There was never a day where my friend was worried about how many times he can fuck her. Never. She leaves behind a 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter. And they had to watch the cancer eat their mother's body alive. I couldn't even go to the hospital to see her in hospice because I didn't want to see her like that. She was cremated because she didn't want anybody to see her like that. And it pisses me off to see Maurice on this TV screen telling this lady about fucking her when you should be thanking God that she's alive. My friend lost his wife, and my niece and nephew don't have their mother anymore. And you on TV with a survivor, and you worried about when you can fuck her? Thank God she's alive, Maurice. That's what you do. And I don't mean to get emotional, y'all, because it's still fresh. But that scene right there, it took me over the top. I almost couldn't watch. I couldn't watch it because it broke my heart to see this, that somebody can be this dumb, so insensitive. Kimmy, that man don't love you. Because I watched a man that loved his wife every day, carrying her when he needed to, when she couldn't walk, feeding her when she couldn't feed herself. being there for her. And my friend has a very high powered job where he's doing this and doing that and making sure that the kids don't miss a beat with their lifestyle. But never once did he talk about how he want to be fucking on something. He wasn't worried about having sex. He wanted his wife to live. Y'all, rest in peace, Jennifer. We love you. We miss you. And stuff like that. I gotta move on, y'all, because I can't make it through this if I keep thinking about it. But Maurice, you're trash. You are trash, sir, and you are a piece of shit. Period. Moving on, y'all. Thank y'all. I see some people saying condolences. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to make it through the rest of this. So in the next scene, we get to Courtney and Stormy, and they're in their warehouse talking about getting shipping times better. They talk about how they were struggling to have things getting out. The 5 business days, they're working on 2 to 3 business days, and she really wants to work to get stuff done overnight. Okay. So Courtney tells Stormy about him going to see Marceau and him telling him to stay out of women's business. And they talk about Marceau and Tisha beginning to charge people because their expenses got out of whack. So their expenses got out of whack for the expo. And so now they want to charge people, and because they felt like people were going to be making money at the event. So now they want to make money off of people because they were losing a lot of money. It's just a lot. It's a lot with the Scotts. I don't understand. That doesn't even make any sense. You were supposed to be, as Stormy said, you're supposed to be doing this for the community. Now all of a sudden that has shifted where you like, okay, well, the community is going to be making money off of it because of our name. They're coming out here and there's a lot of people going to come, so we might as well make money off of it. It's like, are you kidding me? Is it for the community or not? I don't get it. Then I remember Tisha questioning. She's like, "Well, we do stuff for the community all the time. I haven't seen Stormy or Tiffany doing anything for the community." You don't know that Stormy has done stuff for the community, and she has a lot more money to work with than you actually. And I'm pretty sure that if she was charging people, she would have told them up front and not asked them for money on the back end. Now I ain't no Stormy big old fan with a baton in my hand, but I don't think Stormy would have done no stuff like that. Tisha, you and Marceau, y'all got some stuff with y'all, and I just can't. I can't do it. So moving on, y'all. Hold on, my notes then left me. Hold on. I gotta get my life together, y'all. That whole Maurice and Kimmy scene got me jacked up, but I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. Thank y'all so much. I see some of the comments like quickly coming in. I can see some of them. I'm gonna go back and talk to y'all. Thank y'all so much. But moving on, so Stormy begins to talk about Tisha and her going back and forth at lunch over the whole situation with Marceau, and how Tisha actually agreed with her in the beginning, and then all of a sudden now she's on her husband's side. She talked about how they were going back and forth in the corner and how Tisha was like defending her, but then she could see Marceau kind of forcing her to be against Stormy, to go over there and have the conversation and be on his side. And Stormy was like, it's just weird. Like, it's just very weird how they interact. Then she segues into talking about Tiffany wanting Stormy to help her with her baby reveal. But maybe she was saying how Keke probably won't be there. And she goes into talking about all this Crime Stopper stuff. And she shows Courtney the video. And she's like, you know what? I don't know if this is true of what's going on with Keke. I pray it's not. She said, but even if it is or it ain't, she was like, this makes me want to wrap my arms around her more because there's definitely more to it than it is. And you know what? I don't believe anything until she innocent until proven guilty. And Courtney says it's that same thing. He's like, innocent until proven guilty. I don't care. I don't know nothing about Keke. I just know she's Tisha's cousin, but I ain't really like, I'm not about to be judging her, basically. And I appreciate the fact that Stormy, Courtney, and Mel are the only people that are not like looking at this thing like, oh, Keke, she did that shit. She did it. You don't know what is going on. And you sitting up here ready to put down the gavel on somebody. Y'all, these people on this show, I can't. In the last scene, Mel goes over to visit Keke. Keke says that she's been in and out of the hospital for the last week or so. They even admitted her at one point because she's been having these severe back pains and she doesn't know what's going on. It's been so excruciating that even one night her husband she had to get him to call the ambulance to come and get her. You know, y'all, it's something going on with Keke. I don't know what's going on with Keke. I pray that it's not something where she's relapsing or whatever. But I don't even see. Where does Keke work? What does she do? How is she making money? That's what I need to know. Like, I feel like Keke's life has been turned upside down some kind of way. And I sense that she's leaning on her husband more now financially than before because they moved houses, they've downsized or whatever the case may be. I think it's maybe because she may not be working at the university anymore. I don't know what's going on with Keke, but there's something definitely different and off with her. But you know, she tells Mel, they sit down, and she tells Mel about the whole situation with her back and forth in the hospital. Mel gives her a push through t-shirt as a gift. And she says, well, whenever you feel like times are rough, you just wear this t-shirt and you push through or whatever. Way to try to plug your brand, Mel. Okay. But then Keke talks about, well, I have my books. So I guess she is an author, so she's writing books. She says she's writing poetry. She wants to do poetry. She's getting more speaking engagements, things like that. So she says that, you know, God is bringing more things into her life where she's expanding. She's trying to do more, but then she has this pain coming after her, and then she starts to ramble like Keke does. Keke loves to ramble and go on and on. It's the song that doesn't end. Girl, shut your mouth and stop talking, my friend. She keeps on talking on and on and on. She starts talking about, yeah, and then there's a lot of people, you know, they be stabbing me in the back. I'm stressed. I gained 20 pounds and I'm not feeling supported. It's just she just go on and on and on, child. So Mel asked her, she was like, well, speaking of, you know, things that are going on and you needing to push through, you know, the Crime Stoppers. Yeah, what was going on? You know, Tiffany even brought it up to me and she was talking about how people worried about their brands and stuff and carrying on. And, you know, so what say you about that? What's to go on? What's to go on? Okay. And Keke says, did she say I was convicted or accused? And Mel says, well, you know, just accused or whatever. And then it goes to be continued. I'm like, y'all, I see what we're doing here. We're gonna try to drag this Crime Stoppers thing out. That's what we're gonna do. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to drag it out. I want to let it go. Tell everybody that it's fake and move on. Okay. So y'all, let's get into these comments before I get on up out of here and clean myself up before I come back and do my Zatima review. Okay. Um, Here we go. Sheila Jackson says, hello, Shay. What's up? What's up? How you bees? Dean S says, no, let Martell stay on the show because I love seeing him get his karma. Child, listen. Oh, I don't want him to leave the show. I just need him to leave that house because that's what the people wants him to do. Okay. But he need to stay on the show anyway so he can make some money and take care of them children. That's what he need to do. But he need to just get your life together, Martell. I'm just tired of seeing him be a lame. Miss Ann says, did Martell think he could embarrass Chris on camera to persuade him to give him a break on the house? Right. So that's going to really make me want to help you. You talking shit on camera to my face and telling me what you need, what you want me to do. You need me. Chris ain't going to lose not one sale because of Martell. Boy, bye. Okay, if anything, Chris, people gonna be flocking to him to sell more houses because of the fact that he's not agreeing with Martell and his bullshiggity. Dean S says he wanted the Fletchers. He wanted the Fletchers and his mama to lie for him, and that's why he was mad at them. And he can go and get over it. Because ain't nobody about to be losing their salvation sitting up here lying for this food. What are they going to get out of it? What are they going to get out of lying for Martell? Really? Y'all, my son is over here trying to get his toys off camera. Child, come get the toys from over here, Gavin. Lord, just get the toys, boy. Child, this kid of mine. Miss B says Martell mama evicted. Lord have mercy. Sheila Jackson says, so she was that Martell's mama that had the house in her name? Was that the case, Miss B? Because that sound about right. Because Martell apparently credit is jacked. Okay. Sheila Jackson says she interviewed with DJ Richie also and said her lawyers are on it and she can't speak on it. And they were mad at her for answering questions. Yeah, but she, you know what? I saw that interview with DJ Richie Scott because I love me some DJ Richie Scott, by the way. Okay. But she, you talked about it already on Anthony Lofty's channel, I believe. So, like, girl, what? She's I don't know. Keke be just talking, child, sometimes, rambling on and on and on. And that's why I can't watch her on Instagram because I just be bored after 5 minutes. Dean S says if he was a responsible person and the Brian's Holton Holt, like he said, he would still be in the family that he let go into foreclosure. Right. The family home. Yeah, he would have still been in that house and he wouldn't have had to worry about it. He's an idiot. He's irresponsible. All he worrying about is how he look, but not doing the work to actually be the way he wants to look. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like I said, I feel bad for those children because they got to deal with him and his BS. Sheila Jackson says the woman is on TV. How are you looking for her? She even went back in there after the situation and talked to different people in the store. Right. Thank you for bringing it up, Sheila. She walked around. I remember her going. She was on camera on Instagram, walking around with the purple lipstick on and everything. The same stuff that they said that she was in there stealing with. She had it on, and she was in there like, "Oh yeah, where can I find this? Yeah, I'm trying to do this." But you looking for her. Y'all full of shish. That's what that was. Miss B says Martell's mama evicted coleslaw. Evicted. Martell old house evicted. Sheree's life evicted. Melody's life evicted. Every job evicted. He needs to trademark it and put it on a t-shirt. Evicted. He's been kicked out of better places than this. Right. He been getting kicked out of everywhere. Okay. Child. Martell need to get it together. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And child, the streets is saying allegedly that the extra baby that they done had, they had a little girl. They're saying that him and Ariane had a little girl, and they gave the baby up for adoption to her sister, so that people wouldn't know that they had another kid. Which I don't believe that. That's what's going around. I don't believe that. I think as dumb as Ariane is, she wouldn't give up another baby from him because that would just be another way for her to hold on to him. And why would it benefit him to be giving up his kid? That ain't gonna make Mel come back. That's all alleged. I don't know if that's true, but that's what people are saying out here on the internet, child. But I don't believe that. Miss Ann says Scott's 2.0 need to be demoted or taken off the show. Yeah, because they just, child, at this point, Kimmy and Maurice are just, especially Maurice, he's just on screen pissing people off. Especially me, child. I can't. Dean S says if he was a responsible person and the brains of Holton Holt, as he had the big bug believing, he would still be in the family home that he let go into foreclosure. Exactly. I agree. Maurice makes me sick with his selfish, ignorant Casper, the unfriendly ghost looking self. Child, yes. I 100,000% agree, sis. That guy it's unbelievable. It really is. Like, it's people that are really going through stuff, people that have really experienced loss, and you are over here worrying about some bullshit. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Kimmy wants to play the victim. Then when people come to her side against Maurice, she goes in defense mode for him. Let her suffer with her cheating version of Scott 2.0. And y'all, that's why it's hard for me to sit up here and defend Kimmy. Like, I know what Kimmy went through. I watched somebody go through that. Okay. Triple time, twice, actually 3 rounds of it. Okay. And it didn't end well for her. So to watch Kimmy sit here and let this man treat her like this, it's crazy to me. There is no, absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. CWD says, my condolences to you and your friends and family. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate you all. Miss B says, my best friend just died from this. Oh my God. From the same cancer Kimmy had. It's very aggressive. And she's fortunate to be here. He ought to be ashamed. Cancer and stress do not mix. My condolences to you and your family. My condolences to you and your family as well, Miss B. This is not anything that I wish on anybody. Absolutely not. It is very difficult to watch somebody go through that. And then when you don't come out on the bright side of things like Kimmy does, and you got to watch a fool on TV acting the way that he's acting, it's shameful. It's very shameful. And I can't do it. Dean S says, my condolences. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you all. JJ and at Miss Wynn, I'm sorry, Shay. Thank you so much. A. Holland says, an honorable husband versus a clown. Right. Exactly. My friend, y'all, kudos to him. That's a real man right there. A real man. And he took care of her till the bitter end, sat by her side the entire time. Okay. But yet Maurice is on TV worrying about when he going to be able to fuck her on the regular. When you watch somebody go through stuff like that, if you have a heart and you actually love the person, you are not thinking. Your sex drive is non-existent. Your whole existence is filled with making sure that they're going to make it through, that they're going to live. That's why for the life of me, I can't understand how he could sit there with her through this whole thing. And that's all you come out of this thinking about? Insane. Miss Ann says, condolences, Shay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alf MC says, my heartfelt condolences to you and your friends' entire family. That scene with mayonnaise. I needed to laugh, y'all. That scene with mayonnaise and Kimmy was triggering as well as cringy. Yes, I agree. Totally. Very, very triggering for me. Very. Y'all just don't y'all just don't know. My husband was like, ooh, when we were watching that scene. I blame Kimmy that she would let this be a part of her cancer journey that she is presenting to others that are looking to her as an inspiration. Shame on her. Yeah, like, girl, why are you letting this man do this to you? Why are you letting him talk to you? Why are you allowing him to think that that's okay? It's not okay, Kimmy. And you don't, and you know, she gonna sit up, y'all, all she gonna do is sit up on the reunion defending him. That's all she gonna do. And I'm about tired of it. Miss Ann says, in other words, this cast doesn't hang out with each other. They and don't. Okay. Hi Shay, waving. Thank you so much, Miss Reese. Miss Ann says, I like your hair, Shay. Oh, thank you so much, girl. I love me a good old protective style, child. Y'all listen. When I ain't got to put comb to the head, okay. A. Holland says, as their situations worsened, it was more about the money. Yeah, listen. That seems to be the case with everybody on this show, really. That's everybody is fighting to stay on this show and to make money. It was the principle with how Marceau handled the undisclosed booth costs to Stormy and not the amount. Exactly. And it's like you want to say you put it on the internet and everybody should have known. You sat around a round table with these people and asked them to be a part of this whole shindig. Why you didn't tell them then? It's not like they don't have the money. Like, obviously you did this to try to make a scene. Like, I'm telling y'all, Marceau and Tisha are doing everything to not talk about what's really going on. That's what it's looked like to me. Um, Amy 16 says, I think she's an author. Yeah, I remember she did say she started going off about her being an author. She's writing poetry. She's doing speaking engagements. So I mean, I pray that her books are selling off the shelves like that for her to keep some consistent money coming in outside of this show, rather. Miss Ann says Keke has been getting some speaking engagements. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that because it's just some. It's something. It's just something. I don't know if it's the uh, Cancer zodiac that is in me, but it's. I'm sensing something with Keke is not right. I'm sensing something's not right. I don't know if it's necessarily her habit coming back or what, but there is something going on with Keke. It really is. It's just like fluttering out of my spirit. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something going on. But hopefully we'll see throughout the season what it is, and prayerfully whatever it is, she's resolved it and moved forward in a positive manner. I hate that Keke and her mom have gotten tangled up in this mess with a few YouTubers. Girl, let me tell you something. I try to stay away from this YouTube drama. It's a lot of stuff going on with some people's is going. I see it, but I don't participate because, like, number one, y'all know, and I tell y'all this all the time. I don't be talking shit about other YouTubers. I don't. I ain't got time. I don't want them coming over here bothering me. I like to mind my business in my own little corner, in my own little chair. I'ma be whatever I want to be and mind my business. Okay. Drinks my water. Use my Seventh Avenue on my skin, and mind's my business. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing that. Keep on doing it. Alf MC says, I felt really bad for Keke because her eyes told me she just wasn't at her idea A game. Mel could sense it as well by looking at Mel's facial expressions. Yeah, I think that Mel can sense something is off with Keke too. And I can feel it, but I hope that, I pray that throughout the season she recovers from whatever is going on with her. Keke is a recovering addict who should have never been on this show. Yeah, I don't know if this was the right move for her. I don't know. Some people don't handle things very well. I don't know if Keke handles stress well. Keke rambles a lot, which a person that rambles to me um just lets me know that that's a cover up for more things. You have to say things in more words because it's more of a cover up for something. I don't know. But people that can't get to the point, that's eye opening to me. Lady B says, "Why should it be more important to Chris than to Martell that Martell have a place to live?" Exactly. Martell, is your problem to worry about a place for you and your chillings. That ain't his problem. His kids probably got a place to live. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with him. Get your life together, Martell. Miss Ann says Marlene being evicted is an unconfirmed rumor. Oh, okay, child. I don't know. Look, I hope ain't nobody evicted. I don't want to see nobody out the damn side. Okay, only time I want people to be outside is if they going for a jog or they enjoying the sunlight, child. I don't want to see nobody evicted. Okay, so I don't know, but Lord, let's put that. We'll put in the silent offering for people to not be evicted. Okay. Annette Holden says, "Hey from California. What's up, Annette? How you bees? Okay, sunny California." JJ at Miss Wynn, too cute. Oh, my son coming over here to get his junk off the he's like crawling on the floor. Mommy, I need to get my toys. I'm like, okay, boy, get your toys and going on, okay? He be trying to get on the camera, child. Telling y'all. Martell Lee says Martell is so stupid. I would have never had this conversation in front of the cameras, begging Chris to let me stay in a home that ain't mine and making it his fault. I haven't got my shit together. Embarrassed. Yes, he should be embarrassed. And that really lets me know that the courts, they are crazy to think that this man should ever even be in the running to be a full-time parent for those children. Absolutely not. Dean S says, "I hope they are paying her well this season for allowing her Home Depot storyline to be used by the entire cast." I hope so too, because I hope that this is a story this is like a Candy Burr situation where I turned the shade into a money tree, because the Scots, I have no doubt that they are behind this in some shady kind of way, in my opinion, allegedly. I feel like that's the case. And it would be I hope it slaps them right in the face if she comes up like a rose out of the concrete for this and becomes more successful than them and more famous than them because of what they tried to do to her. I hope it's a huge slap in the face to them. I really do. Martell is a cluster B narcissist. Yeah, something is wrong with him. Like for real. Lady B says, I love your hair. Thank you so much. Y'all, I'm gonna have to keep my hair braided or whatever. Because y'all is liking the hair. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and sit in Nadine's chair, honey. Okay. Keep these edges tight. Dean S says, thank you so much, Lady B. I appreciate you. Dean S says, I don't believe that either. She was not missing from the internet long enough to be pregnant. Someone started that rumor and everyone wanted it to be true and they ran with it. Yeah, like, now, do I think she was pregnant? Yeah, I think homegirl was pregnant. Okay, because she got a little plump and stuff. But I don't know, child. Listen, let me say this. Let me say this. I don't know if the girl was pregnant. And here's the bottom line is I don't care. That's what I really don't. I don't care. Because I tries to monitor my own uterus and what goes in and come up out of it. Okay, that's what I tries to worry about. Like I said, drink my water, mind my business. That's what I do. That's what I does. I do it well. I do it well. Brooklyn Cap says Tiffany manipulates, gaslights, and now has trapped Lewis. She has zero respect for him. You know what? I cannot wait for Tiffany to get it back the way she tries to serve it. She's trying to, I gotta work. I gotta take this call. I gotta get on this meeting before we get in this counseling session. Oh, I want this baby so bad. I can do it all. I'm woman, hear me roar. But then you want to be trying to keep Lewis in the house with you. He already told you this is why he didn't want y'all got married because y'all had the same ideals. You didn't want to have any children. Then you want to move the goalposts and change it up. You better, I'm gonna say this. Y'all better not get a divorce. You better not. Tiffany, you better not try to divorce this man. Because this is your fault. You did this to y'all relationship. You wanted to have a baby. Babies are not just a little toy that you can play with and put back. Okay? You were almost in the clear. Both of y'all boys is in high school. You would have been done in a couple of years. You could have been Miss Big Tycoon business lady, going out here, getting a bag, doing what you want to do. But no, you wanted to have another baby. I don't know what you thought this was going to add to your marriage that was already obviously having some issues. Y'all wasn't having sex the way you wanted to he wanted to have sex. But you want to add a baby into y'all drama. Babies actually make it worse. Because now there's less time to deal with your issues because you have to spend more time on rearing this child. And this child doesn't deserve that. So, Tiffany, you better tread lightly and you better be kind to Lewis because this man has done everything he can from my point of view to make you happy. And you just seem like a person that's never satisfied. Okay. Lady B says, my condolences to you and your family. I have two close friends I'm trying to be supportive of, putting on the big girl panties. Yes, listen, positivity, fun times, good energy. That's what they need. That's what got Jennifer through the first two times we found out about it. She, Lord, I be putting my friend government out there, but she made it through the first two times as we everybody joined together, keep our spirits lifted. That is cancer feeds off of negative energy. Somebody said it in the comments before. That is very true. So any way that you can provide positive experiences, energy, that's the best way to do it. And soursop fruit, y'all, doctors don't want to tell you about this, but soursop fruit, order it online, get the actual fruit, have the soursop tea leaves, drink the tea. I have another friend, unfortunately, that's going through it as well, a male friend. He's suffering through colon cancer, but the doctors told him 5 years ago that he was supposed to be out of here, and he's still alive to this day. So soursop fruit, y'all get that in your life. I told my friend about it. I don't know how often she was eating the fruit. I know she was doing a lot of holistic things, but soursop fruit helped her to get through the first time with her treatment. Shrunk a lot of the cancer in her breasts. And she was eating the fruit. So I don't know how long she did it again once she got through it the first time. But soursop fruit, get that to your friends, okay? You can order it from miamifruit.com. And there's another website I'll look up and tell y'all about. Alf MC says, but but Lady B, please, stay there for your friends. Hold their hands through the process. They are going to be okay. We're gonna pray for them, keep them in prayer. Dion S says, I actually think Airhead was missing from the internet long enough to pull off a full-term pregnancy. If you recall, she would not show her entire body for months. That's what makes me think something wasn't right. She tried to say that she was just gaining weight. I don't think so. Mm-mm. That wasn't no pleasantly plump situation. Okay. So I think she did get pregnant, child. I do. Miss B says, off topic, them strawberry tapes cause them strawberry tapes cause girl, that man and his coleslaw. Wait a minute, them strawberry tapes. Cause girl, that man and his coleslaw. I gotta read that again, Miss B, because I know I'm reading it wrong, sis, and I know it's funny. I'm just reading it all off and wrong, child. We're gonna discuss this one offline. A. Holland says there are real issues in a cancer journey, and low libido is a side effect. But to handle the matter so callously and constantly, it's too much. Sex shouldn't be the primary focus at all. Absolutely not. I agree. I agree. That should not be the primary focus at all. And if you, like I said, if you love your spouse and your main concern is making sure that they get well and they make it through, you're not thinking about that. You're absolutely not thinking about that. Miss B says, let me add this. If Martell go to jail, this will be jail tape recordings to hear. Oh, you talking about Shirley Strawberry? That's what you was talking about. I knew it. I was like, I know this is funny, and I'm reading this wrong. First of all, Shirley Strawberry. Girl, why would you call your husband talking about child? That is a whole fiasco over there. Okay. And Steve Harvey was not happy with her. Okay. You not gonna do is put his wife in the middle of this stuff. He don't like nobody talking about Marjorie. Okay. But she says jail tape recordings to hear. Imagine him and Slaw on the phone. Child, that would be a hot mess. Okay. Because that's Dumb and Dumber. And I can only imagine what they would be talking about. Miss Ann says soursop. Is that how it's spelled? Yes, that's exactly how it's spelled. Soursop. It is a fruit. And I tell you what, okay, and they probably gonna strike my video for saying this, but we don't even sell it in the United States because it's been known to allegedly, okay, replace all those chemicals that they put in your body for the treatments. That is actually a natural way to cleanse the cancer cells out of your body because of all of the alkalinity that's in a soursop fruit and all of the nutrients that it provides your body. So I'm telling y'all, it's very potent in vitamin C and antioxidants. So it's a very, very good fruit, and you can't even buy it in the United States. They've banned you from being able to buy it here. You have to have it shipped from Jamaica. I think I don't Miami, they don't grow it in Miami, but there's a company called Miami Fruits that sells it. Okay. But yeah, they ship it from overseas. So you can't even grow it or get it here. Okay. Lady B says, thank you. No problem, of course. Miss B says Shirley Strawberry husband in jail and released. Wait a minute. They released him from jail. Girl, I got to get back in the blogs. What in the hell? Or maybe you're talking about the phone calls, that jail phone tapes they released. She's talking about Shirley Strawberry husband jail phone tapes. Yeah, I thought about that after she said something about Martell and them. I was like, oh my God, them phone calls, that was cringe. Like, there is no way if I'm not talking to you on the phone, sir, after what you've been doing. Children? Oh no. Absolutely not. You'd be under the jail if I had anything to do with it. God bless Shirley, child. God bless the child that's got it all. That God take care of all babies and fools, and she is definitely a fool. Okay. Miami Gardens now says they sell soursop here in South Florida. I have 4 soursop trees in my backyard. What? They do? Maybe that's why Miami Fruit sells it because it's in Florida. But for some reason, I thought I read that they don't grow it there. They outsource it. Oh my God, that's a blessing. Well, y'all, yes, South Florida. Get you some, okay? Because they don't listen. It is hard to get your hands on that. And Miami Gardens now, please inbox me on Shay Renee online on Instagram. I would love to know how to grow it myself. I would love to grow that. I'm going to grow that fruit because my mother-in-law is a breast cancer survivor, and but it runs in their family a lot, so I want to make sure my husband constantly eats the fruit, my son, my family. Like, we're gonna keep that fruit in our lives to keep hope alive, okay? Because cancer will not raid through this family here, okay? Miami Gardens now says yes, they grow it here. They give out the soursop trees for free. What? Okay, yeah, we gotta talk, because I will come to Florida to get one of them trees. Okay, you hear me? I will be down there. Alf MC says, thank you for sharing the benefits of soursop fruit. Absolutely, you are welcome. That's why I make my father struggled through diabetes for years, and more recently has had issues with it because I kind of took my hands off of making sure he's eating the right things every day and just allowing him to be a grown man and do his own thing. But now I got to step back on in and take care of things, so I researched, and that was how I actually found soursop fruit, and I started to put it in my sea moss gels. So Miss B has purchased from me, and some of you have purchased products from my website. I make sea moss gels, teas, and juices. I'm a holistic health coach, so I am all about all the natural things. Okay, so that was how I actually uncovered the benefits of soursop fruit, and I started to put it in my sea moss gels. So there you go. That's where I figured that out. Ms. B says they will let you talk about everything put across the pharmacy counter causing havoc, but mention a vitamin or fruit and they go crazy. Forget my earlier post. My finger hit send too soon. Oh no, I know which I figured out what you were saying, Miss B. You know we be here with it. But that you are right. Listen, everything about the prescription pad is all they wants to talk about. Another call is dropping at 3:15. What? From what? Uh Original straight no chaser? Child. Or original be straight lying? Hmm. She got to stop with all these calls. This is too much. Miami-Dade County gives out free fruit treat all the time. Listen, I will be coming. You think I'm playing? I will be making a trip to come down there to get it. How do you eat it? Like an apple? No, it's actually I was about to say, did I just order some? Get it in? Because I just got a whole bunch of fruits in because I'm juicing tonight. Um, it kind of has the inside of a banana kind of texture. It's hella seeds in it. It's green on the outside, but if you pinch it, it's soft. So you open it up, and it kind of tastes like the taste is like a mix between a mango and a banana. Yeah. What you think, Miami Garden now? What you think about the taste? I think that's a good, it's like between a mango and a banana to me. Miami Gardens now says, I'll take a picture of the tree. I'll send you a picture. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Please do. Shay Renee Online on Instagram. If you can inbox it to me, I would so appreciate you. Thank you so much. Not only the fruit, but the leaves and bark as well is good. Yes, that whole entire that is the tree of life, really. That soursop tree, the fruit, that's the fruit of life. Okay, that pink guava fruit, um apricot seeds. Listen, there's so many natural remedies and things that people don't want to tell us about. Alf MC says, girl, you make sea moss? Oh, I need to order from you soon. Now that it's cooler here in Dallas, it'll be safer to ship now instead of when it's 113 degrees daily. Yes, because child, sometimes the further shipments I end up shipping them again because um they don't get it there fast enough sometimes. So I always try to put extra cold packs in it so that we can get everything shipped out fast enough before it spoils. So I've been doing pretty good for the last couple of months, so it'll be good. But yeah, this is the perfect time because this is where my busy season starts up. I think because when the weather starts to change, then everybody want to order once they start feeling a little tickle in their throat. Now they want to get. I think that's why my season always gets like I'm super busy around this time of year into February. But yes, girl, go on my website shayrenee.net. Yeah, I have a lot of different things on there, a lot of information, education on a lot of different things. I'm gonna start putting more videos on there too. But thank y'all so much for all your support. I truly appreciate it. Lady B says, I'm headed to your store now. Thank you so much, Lady B. I appreciate you. But thank y'all so much. I'm sorry for getting emotional earlier, but it just triggered me so much and it's so fresh. But thank y'all so much for hearing me out and listening to me. I'll tell y'all this. I struggled with actually reviewing this show this season because, as we know, the fan base for this show get a little crazy sometimes. But what is Mims in here? She ain't sorry, y'all. I needed that laugh, Mims. We was about to get emotional again, child. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, Mims. You are so crazy. But y'all, I struggled with, whether I was going to review this season or not, because it's so much that comes with this show for some reason. I just don't understand. But I love the show and I love talking to y'all about it. So we're gonna ride it out and we're gonna see what crazy stuff these people in Huntsville do this season, child. So if y'all with it, I'm with it, and we're gonna ride it out. Okay. Mem says, I just came in, I don't know what's to talk about. Pay me no attention. No, I'm glad you came in and said that, because you just lifted my spirits, because it got a little emotional earlier. But thank you, friend. I appreciate you so much, more than you know. I absolutely love Mims. Yes, we all do, y'all. If y'all haven't followed Mims, what are you waiting for? Go on over there and follow him. He gives updated information every single day. Okay. And he gets down and dirty in the topics and gets the truth and nothing but the truth. So help him. All right. But again, thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like this video, comment, share this video with anybody else that's watching this show too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.